go ahead. Sorry.
Yes, it is too big.
Too wide.
Yes, it is too long. It is too strong. Sometimes it doesn't fit. Yes, it is too much. But I do talk like this because I can back it up. And yes, I do have
a big ass ego. Forehead.
A long, huge ego. Because if you a real nigga, you know what that song was about. All right. That's why I hold the GOAT. You know what I'm saying, son? Bingo, bango, bongo. You got Beyonce making a song about how you... What? If I was saying, that's how it would have been if I'd have got hold to her. We ready?
Wow.
I'm rolling. Just rolling. Oh, damn, you was rolling.
So
all
intense
that.
with the shit.
Yeah. All right, 5-4.
So passionate.
Y'all ready? I'm sorry. I'm just confident because the Lord blessed me.
Okay, brother.
Oh,
all right.
Roll on.
Y'all don't like it when it's me, but y'all just be so free with it.
But do you not cut us off?
No,
because did he not cut us the fuck off?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
right,
you caught that, right?
4. We ain't catch shit.
I hope.
Yo, what it is? What's happening? It's the Valley Fever Podcast. We back again with another episode. It's your boy Dion James. You know what I'm saying? The one, the only, one of one. No other one like him. You feel me? We are sponsored by ShotByHPTV in the building always. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 special guests in the building tonight. 2 beautiful, you know what I'm saying, wonderful women in the music industry and just in the world. You feel me? Y'all make some noise for Alexis, Janae, and Tanecia.
Hello, hello.
Oh!
I'm coming for you. You clap for me.
We gonna get y'all. Gonna get y'all right. Yo, we back again with another one. We gonna do a little bit different today. We gonna just have an open discussion. I want to know really what the minds of these women are. You know, I'm a man, and sometimes us fellow men, we do get a little confused with what be going on in their brain stems. So I'm gonna give them the opportunity to let me know what's going on today, and we gonna do it via these cards. Shout out to Date Night. You know what I'm saying? Perfect questions. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and get into it. Boom. Oh, this is perfect. If I interviewed y'all's exes, what would they say about you? And be honest, because I don't want to hear no stupid, I got the... Nah. Talk about how, you know what I'm saying, you bleached his clothes.
Low-key, high-key, we did that card.
You said we what?
We did that card in the last one.
Oh, did we? Well, we doing it again.
All right, I got you. I'll repeat my answer. They would probably say that I'm crazy.
Same
that
here.
I'm like low-key a serial killer.
Okay, crazy serial killer. Alexis?
Well, first, they would say that this make me sway.
No. I said I don't want to hear that. No, we're not talking about that.
Make me lose my...
Never mind.
Being athletic in the aquatics is a plus.
Absolutely. I would say that's why it's the toxicity. You know what I mean? That's why they kept running back, or he kept running back. But it was very toxic. I will say that.
Well, right.
I don't have many relationships.
Right.
But
Yeah,
the one that
right.
okay, hold up. But I would say that my ex would think that I'm crazy for sure.
That's what I wanted to get to, because I don't want to talk about the positives and the what you got.
Oh, you want to talk about the negatives?
Toxic. No, I said what was your ex say about you. If they ex, they gonna say something negative. We don't want the good stuff,
right?
Even if it is on good terms right now.
Not my ex.
I said even if it's on good terms, if he love you now and y'all still cool, y'all can still get along, still go to lunch, because that's what you really want it to be. You don't really want to hate nobody. Right. But if somebody asks me about my ex, I'm gonna be like, she got a big head, she got a bad attitude, but she cool. So that third thing gonna be nice. But the first 2, I'm gonna get her.
Well, my first 2 were.
Yeah, you said
definitely. Because I'm very logical.
To hype herself up,
Well, I know what it is, and he do too.
All right, we're not talking. Next question. Thank you so much for your input. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. We got to move on because Alexis will be on some wild stuff. And we got evidence that we can't just let her go. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all don't got shit on me.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
That's crazy.
It's okay.
Y'all got nothing on me.
We gonna play the clip. What's y'all?
Oh my God.
It's cool.
Who you getting smart with?
That's what I'm talking to you. Pipe down. That's what I said.
Okay, but what I said was that the way that you said it was a little bit too much.
Okay.
It's okay.
I mean, I understand.
I'm just saying.
I get it.
Yes, we're still rolling.
I get it.
Okay, everything's fine.
Go play the clip. Wow. We gonna play the clip. We don't got nothing. Nothing. Okay. This is a good one. What's y'all's views on gender roles in a relationship?
Oh my God. Gender roles.
That's good.
It is good. We were just talking about this. I feel like we're in a generation where we don't let the men lead. You know, I feel like it's always, but at the same time.
No, please finish your thought. Don't let my outbursts deter you.
You're good. At the same time, I feel like a woman's point of view, we do feel like a lot of the burden we have to do on our own. Like there's not much help unless you get that healthy relationship where the man is willing to do what he needs to do for him to be a leader. Some men just want to lead for the sake of just leading and not doing anything to proactively establish and move the relationship forward. And that could be emotionally, financially, because we do want financial help sometimes, especially if you're going to be in our house and in our crib and not doing shit and just laying up all day. You got to provide something.
So let me put something out there that's a real bad stigma on real men. None of us care about providing. No man really cares about providing for his home, meaning monetarily paying bills and stuff. That's what we are raised to do. Okay? Some niggas, you know what I'm saying, that don't really necessarily feel like certain females deserve and all this other type of situations. At the end of the day, I said earlier, what is a two-headed being? A motherfucking monster. Right? So that means that there has to be a head, there has to be a neck, there has to be a heart, there has to be a... That's what I'm saying. I understand that the... Right, but I don't even necessarily want to say you to tail because the neck is right here too. Without the neck, my head is not going, it's going to be floating. Right? And what's a part of my neck? My throat, my esophagus, all this stuff that if it's messed up, you can be like, baby, you can be my throat in a lot of ways, sweetheart.
Just cease.
Okay? But what we're saying, what I'm saying with that as far as the role
you talk about her.
No. See, what we're saying is, what we're saying is, in the role portion, like you were saying, a lot of dudes just want to be the head because you're the man and that's what it's supposed to be, right? But a lot of fellas do need to get that grasp on, bro, give her something to follow, gang.
Exactly.
Like, let's be real, bro. Give her something to follow. If you can look at yourself in the mirror in the morning, and every dude do it, when you're not on your shit, every dude looks at himself and be like, that inside person be like, all right, cool, I got to do something better. And then that shit will change in you, the grind come, boom, 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 boom. But if you know that right now you're not there, maybe you shouldn't try to grasp onto a relationship because then you're going to come and you're going to try to be the head because you a man, but you don't even really know what the head is like. Like, you don't got no vision in yourself. I told my cousins, when you turn 23, 24, bro, that's legacy time, bro. You better start figuring out what you gonna leave on this earth. What's your kids? What's your name gonna be known for? You gonna be, Officer Bill? You gonna be Larry the Cable Guy? Like what you gonna do? Like, those people are people that are major stamps on the community and in this world. But what is it that you gonna do? What is it? Figure it out, because you can't just say, I'm the man, I'm the head, follow me, woman, just because you got something, you know what I'm saying, swinging. Bro, that's not enough, gang. And I'm going to tell you, I'm on our side 100%. And this statement is me still being on our side. We got to stop coddling and babying each other. Homies, when y'all see y'all's dudes slacking,
accountability. Talk
to that nigga, bro. Pull bro to the side, bro. Hey, you tripping. You was on your stuff before, but now you not. Hey, man. Because we gonna accept it from us before we accept it from them. I had a homie tell me, bro, man, my girl was yada yada. She was talking about my finances. She said, y'all got to get my financial situation together. Before I had it, now I'm sleeping and I'm slacking. I said, bro, you've been with Shorty for how long? Oh, 4+ years. Oh, okay. So that shows Shorty for real, and she just told you she needs you to turn up on your shit, and you mad? If you would have told me, I'd have told you the same thing. But you don't. Most females think that our relationships as men is as close and knit as y'all's is. We are close, but we don't discuss our financial things with each other. We don't discuss our downfalls in certain situations like that. We talk to each other. We keep each other in the loop, but it's not necessarily as extensive in the emotion level as y'all's. So it's like you get that mixed up sometimes when you are not led by the right people. So for a man in that situation to be told by his girl, got to get financially right, he see that as man, who you talking to? Right. But if your homie is like, look, bro, you slacking, bro. You in the club every weekend, but bro, you don't got no money when we in there. You got money to get in, but you week to week in it, bro. What we doing? We got to be more accountable with each other, brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like we really do. So, Alexis, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Gender rolling as far as niggas just want to be ahead to be ahead, but you understand that you would want your man to be the head. And that's very mature because not a lot of women want that. A lot of women want to be like co-presidents. Like, and I don't know where they got them at.
Vice president?
No, co-presidents, because the vice president really don't have no power for real like that. I mean, he do, but it's like if the vice president and the president's in the room, who y'all think they're going to listen to? The president. So the vice president's vote doesn't, it's not like a, hey, bro, like that's some, if you get popped, he next in line. Mm-hmm. It's not like a, hey, let's discuss this together and we make this decision together. It is, but it's like the head is still, you know.
The vice president has specific duties. Like they are designated to do more of the things that don't require as much, like what the president would need.
So for me, it would be, you would want in your situation your wife to be the vice president instead of her trying to be a co-president, because this is my role. I'm over here. This is your role that's going to enhance this role, right? Mm-hmm. Eve came out of what? Adam's rib to what? Help enhance, to help him as a helpmate. You feel what I'm saying?
And sometimes I feel like, sometimes I wish we can just get rid of roles as well, just because a partnership is a partnership either way. And business, a partnership, you have to equally do the same amount of work. Mm-hmm. And sometimes your partner can't give you 80% or 50%, and sometimes you just have to go ahead and pick up that slack for them if you love them enough. So at the end of the day, I feel like gender roles is kind of overrated, because at the end of the day, like I said, it's partnership. Mm-hmm. If someone can't give you, they're all one day, you got to pick up that slack and be that partner in crime that they need you to be on the days where they're not feeling their 100%. And so we also go ahead and they have that question of, are relationships 50-50? And it's a controversial question, because relationships really aren't 50-50.
Not whatsoever.
No.
You know what I mean?
Never.
So that's why I kind of don't like the word or the phrase gender roles, because really there isn't a role to play. The man is going to step up when he needs to step up, because it's in their nature, and the women should follow. However, there should be a conversation, because at the end of the day, you are together as one.
Correct.
So that's my output. That's my input on it.
Nishi, gender roles. I know we talked a lot already, but.
Well, I grew up in a different era than you guys did, right? I'm older, so.
Not too much on my sister now. She's not that much older than me.
But I'm older enough. Yeah. That didn't make sense, but it did. Y'all get it.
Yeah, exactly.
The reality of the situation is, for me, I still seek a traditional man. I still seek the old school man, right? And granted, my father was not the greatest example of what for me at least, as to what a man was supposed to look like, right? What I thought it was, well, good Lord, just wasn't. So I think for me, because we got caught, millennials specifically got caught in this. We had blue collar parents, right? We had parents who believed that you had to get an education, you had to go to college, right? But then we're raising these little children who are making $1 million twirling in a diaper on TikTok.
100%.
So millennials are like, whoa, I just spent 4 years of my life going to college for me to not even be in the job that I got my degree in. And now I'm on Etsy selling Cricut stuff with mugs and shit. Which there's nothing wrong with that, but it's like...
But that's not what you had lined up.
Bro, like,
that wasn't
what?
The plan.
So that also skews how we see the man role and how we see the woman role, right? Because traditionally the man role is he works, he provides. Providing was everything.
Yeah.
Didn't matter. The woman worked. Somewhat, right? I'm an early 90s kid, so my mom worked enough, but not too much. So, but then you got to mix religion in, right? Because that also plays a role in how the man was raised and how the woman was raised, right? So I like traditional in a sense, but I'm also in this, we live in this current age where it's like, yeah, you can also cook, you can also clean, you can also get your ass up and dust. You can, you know what I mean? Like, you can do that. I can also go out and work. Correct. I also can pay bills. Correct. I'm an independent woman regardless. Even when I was married, right? Correct. I was like, I need my own money. I know you got us. That's good. But this is what I need for me. That's good. So what ended up happening is we got to a point of complacency where then the roles switched. So gender roles didn't even exist at that point, right? Because now I'm the traditional one. I'm the one that's working 9 to 5. I'm the one that's got the business on the side. I'm still making sure the kids are good. Now I have a disabled child. So now I'm trying to figure out how to be a mother to a child who what society deems normal, and then my child with the superpower. So I'm like, okay, I got to be the man. I'm the provider, right? So now I'm operating mostly in my masculinity, and he has now operated in his femininity. And I didn't demasculate him, but somebody had to do it in a sense, you know? So
I think that statement right there is the biggest clash that we as men and women have to deal with, and where we kind of put a negative like title on, right? So for instance, we feel like the masculine is when you're the provider.
Yep.
We feel like the feminine is when you're the provided for.
Yep.
And so that's kind of messed up because, right? Yep. Let's say this. I'm a multi-million-dollar athlete. You're my wife. Yeah, you have your businesswoman on the side. We do our thing, right? I tear my Achilles.
Yep. Yep.
Not everybody comes back from those type of joints. Or I tear my MCL, ACL, whatever. Now we have a family though, right? So these next 6, 7, 8, 9 months, I may still be having, checks coming in.
But when that stops or starts to dwindle, and it's so
now am I not the man now because I'm down and now like when I'm up, that like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that's the struggle, right? So it's like, even if you're in a situation where your woman makes more than you, are you less of a man because of that?
But that's
bro.
what
If your girl got some bread, bro,
Yeah, like what defines that?
praise him, sir.
I think what defines that
That's a dub,
is,
bro.
again, like y'all said, right? Accountability. As the man, if it is in your nature, right, and your specific mindset that you are the provider, and that means financially and everything, then you have to take accountability for where you're currently at, and that's being in touch with your reality,
correct,
and not what you are creating in your mind, correct, which we do easily, correct, right? We get into a state of depression. That's what depression is, right? Correct. There's an imbalance within us, and that's logical. It's within our brain, and so. Does that make him less of a man? No, he's operating in his femininity. He needs to just be right now in his reality to feel what he feels.
That's not, but to be in need does not mean feminine though, because to me, you being on top in the relationship isn't you being masculine. That's what I mean by that. I understand how you're explaining it, but like since we're switching the roles, you're not masculine because you're providing. You're just being the boss that you are because I'm down right now. That doesn't mean that you know.
I'm not necessarily saying that.
That's what the society stigma is.
That's society. Right. But what I'm saying is right now on the scale, that's where he's at. Mm-hmm. Femininity to me is softness. Mm-hmm. Femininity to me is not. I'm not having to overthink. I'm not having to. That's what that means to me. So yes, in a sense, he is operating more on the scale in his femininity, but that's not demasculating him. Mm-hmm. He is still masculine. Mm-hmm. You know, that's the way I see it. At least I know the way that society is. Mm-hmm. You have to be one or the other. You can't fluctuate between the two.
And we have so much more to learn. We just have to be open to learning.
Absolutely.
That was some good dialogue with that. Listen, you know what I'm saying? We
can do 5 more minutes.
All right, got 5 minutes, Alexis. All right, real quick, what are 3 top pet peeves you have when it comes to the opposite sex? Now, ease up.
How would you go first?
Yeah, that part.
Okay. My top 3 pet peeves is y'all's attitude, your most times in consideration of time, and sometimes your lack of logical thinking.
That's nice.
Mine is the lack of self-awareness. Let me finish my 3 before I go ahead and
Niggas don't be thinking I can talk like that.
Self-awareness, lack of self-awareness, the lack of accountability, and this isn't really like, I see this a lot in men, and I don't know why they do it, but they gaslight. There's a lot of gaslighting.
Capping?
There's a lot of gaslighting. But that's kind of like iffy, because everybody's different. I don't know, what would you say?
Ooh, 3 pet peeves? I don't want to seem like super picky or anything. But
I have much more to say.
I feel like to some extent laziness, because
get to number 2.
Okay, all right, laziness.
This was kind of hard.
It
is. It's so many. You got to pick your top 3.
Well, there isn't. Yeah, for sure. I think
we don't like y'all like
lack
that
of
either. I'll just let y'all know the feelings are mutual.
All right. Don't get your feelings.
Not too much. I would also say the lack of accountability is also on my list, especially because I'm a very transparent person. So I believe that if I'm communicating with you, you need to communicate with me. And communicating means that, it can be different. So I can communicate, if you communicate to me face to face, but I communicate to you through text, that's how we communicate. I got to meet you where you're at. Number 3. This is like it may seem high maintenance, and it's real, but I just feel like as an adult, you should have some level of organization. Bro, come on. We gotta know how to fold clothes. We gotta know how to...
hold on. Some of these females don't know how to fold clothes
okay,
or
but
boil water.
okay,
so.
well, man, woman, whomever it is that you're talking to, bro. Whatever, whomever it is.
Key man, woman haters club. Nigga, don't gotta say nothing.
Just organization, like, you don't have to be like super meticulous or OCD or anything, but shit, have at least a calendar. Like,
why is it that you guys don't eat? Like, you open the refrigerator, ain't shit in the refrigerator but some eggs and a pack of
because niggas be on a mission. We be on the move. We be on in mode. We don't got time to be sitting down
and that's why
thinking
y'all
about
always,
life and eating meals. And
that's why y'all always so grumpy. Y'all can't think right because y'all so hungry.
Is that an expectation that whomever it is that you're talking to is required to cook for you?
I mean, that would help.
Okay, so that's why there's no food in the refrigerator. Right. Because you set a level of expectation on this female.
No, that's not true. See how you went deep into that? That's what I said. Women do that a lot too. She made some extra stuff with that. There's nobody else there but me, so that means if I'm not hungry, why would there just be random food in there?
But you're gonna be eating somewhere. So where you
on
eating?
The way home. The trash ain't empty. You see McDonald's, Burger King, Wingstop, all that in the trash.
Niggas like are not even grocery shopping. Like that's crazy to me.
But they'll go stop quick at a liquor store though. Grab them
God,
first of all, 6-pack.
We're good.
There's some Hennessy in the freezer.
There's a pack of Modelo.
You don't even have broccoli.
We're getting a little bit further down the road, and we're losing time. Alexis is gonna have to go, so we're gonna take a break here.
Wait. Let's do one more.
It's good for us to stop here.
Por favor.
Let's go. It's coming down to the niggas. I don't know.
Uno más, por favor means one more, please. Just in case y'all need to verify.
The last person we had on here speaking Spanish. Never mind.
Verified.
Okay, cool. Which of your you better know that this is a different nigga than the nigga you was talking to.
You know this is the same female.
I don't give a damn.
Let's relax.
I didn't say shit.
She said not too much.
Not too much.
I didn't say shit about you.
Okay, come on, y'all.
Oh, what's up?
Never missing a beat, yeah. Boy, was it neat, yeah. Not just knee deep, she was totally deep when she did the freak with me. Never missing a beat, yeah. Boy, was it neat, yeah. The girl's a freak, the girl never misses a beat, yeah, yeah, yeah. Just knee deep, she was totally deep when she did the freak with me.
Yo, what's happening? We back. Valley Fever Podcast. Got my sister Niecy still here with me. So we're going to finish this getting to know her a little better thing up. So now let's get into some real stuff. Because I want to hear a real answer from you. I don't want to hear no...
All my dirty little secrets?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. But this one should be pretty surface, so it should be cool. Because I'm your brother. I don't want to hear none of that spicy shit. So, when was the last time you had a serious disagreement with someone, and how did you resolve it? Or did you resolve it?
A serious disagreement.
You could pick another one than the one I know you haven't resolved, so.
Why would you even bring that up?
Just because I ain't want to start hearing,
I was definitely not thinking about that.
Okay, cool. Go ahead.
I would probably say like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, for sure.
With my children's father.
Wow. How did you resolve that?
We're pretty mature.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm at a place right now where I don't like to argue for a long period of time.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're going to do is we're going to stop and think. If you need to take an hour, 2 hours, whatever, let's reconvene. If you still not ready, you communicate that with me. I'm not going to rush you, right? Mm-hmm. Because just because I'm ready doesn't mean that you are. You process things differently. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to force you to want to communicate with me. But in a sense, communicate with me that that's what you're needing from me. So that way I'm not having to guess and you're upset with me. Now that begins something else. And now we down the hill in a snowball.
So basically, y'all just needed to take some time.
Yes.
Well, before it got too hot, you can't deal with it when it's in the hottest moment because usually somebody says something that you ain't gonna be able to go.
And that's probably me.
Okay, yeah, you seem like you be
like 90% of the
wild stuff.
I say what I believe is the honest truth, and if people can receive it, they receive it. If they don't, they don't.
But it's just the way you say it when you're in the heated moment that makes it just a little different.
Heated or passionate?
Okay, I'll say passionate. Because sometimes that passion got some heat with it too. I don't know.
I mean, I'll give you that, but it's all out of love.
I'll take that though. So you resolved it by taking some time and getting away, and then so did y'all ever end up coming back and?
Oh yeah.
For sure. That's very healthy co-parenting. We need more like it. All right, cool. So when it comes to dating, do you prefer to go with the flow or label and define things right out the gate?
Oh God.
I'll tell you about me first because this has something to do with her too. Okay. I prefer to label it and let's talk about what we doing right out the gate. I ain't beating around no bush. Don't come talking to them. I don't do that. Don't talk me.
Go get the mop, because you just made a mess.
I ain't make no mess.
Clean it up.
I ain't make no mess. I said what I said. We gon', okay? If we friends, we friends. If you like me, if you like me. All right? It ain't no backstory, bro.
And listen, the minute he decides
bro, he be
to
trying to stir it up,
mine,
bro. But it's not. We're not unpacking nothing. I'm just saying. I'm reading. The card said, "Do you?" And this one, I decided to enter.
It is Valley Fever. I mean, that was the question, though. That was the question. That was the question.
So then, I mean,
listen, because is you about to tell the story or me?
We were starting to unzip the bag a little.
That was what the question said. But you're not about to tell us why.
We're gonna.
You already know.
Okay, cool. So we gonna unpack this moment. Everybody want Dion to unpack. We gonna unpack. Okay, we gonna unpack. So,
it's time.
We gonna unpack. We ain't unpacking the motherfucking thing. We not unpacking nothing. I'm just gonna tell y'all right now, Dion, don't do that whole, beating around the bush shit. Tell me at the gate, and we'll be all right. Nisi, how do you feel?
I am the same way.
Would you like to be? What does it say? Go with the flow or label in the flow?
He did.
Oh yeah,
he definitely did. But we're not gonna.
I ain't going.
But we're not gonna act like we're not gonna recircle this because
you can circle back as many times as you want to. Spin the block as much as you want. I ain't gonna be on the.
You gotta remember that I was not a third party. I was first party in this situation. So
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
So then I kind of think you should just leave it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
So I think for me, definite communication. I'm very upfront, from what I'm asking from you.
Right.
As
you should.
If you tell me that we're gonna be friends, I'm gonna expect that what we are doing together is friendship, right?
Right.
But the minute you step outside that motherfucking box and start leaving flowers and bringing me gifts, and I don't touch it.
You expect that.
But then, let me flip it, right? So, we're having a conversation one day, and it's...
Who's we?
Let's talk about it.
We. Because...
I'm confused. I'm confused. Who's we?
You already the fuck know. We are having a conversation one day, and the minute that you tell me that this is what you do, that part, come on. Come on through.
What's up, man?
Anybody else want one? There's another one. But yeah, oh yeah.
It's a button right on the bottom.
There. Mm-hmm. You put it like right there. That'll probably be good.
I'm not.
But yeah, so like I feel like the minute I consider you a friend or call you friend, now you asking me what's wrong with me. I'm lost, bro.
Right.
You put me in this box.
In this, category, correct.
Right? But your actions were different. Normally, the actions are opposite, right?
Correct.
Like, they're not doing shit, but telling you, oh my God, I'm so interested in you. No, now we're like seeing the action, but now your words are weird.
Right.
They don't match that.
That's fine.
So, and if I'm having multiple conversations with you and it's slowly but surely like, well, I'm developing more fit. Nigga, you're leaving things on my vehicle.
Yeah, now that's some...
That is like...
I mean, if that's not a sign, I don't know what is. You feel me? So.
Well, I don't think it's a sign. I think it's the fact that if you're going to be in a relationship with somebody and you want to be with somebody, then you should verbalize that. So to leave a note, to leave a flower, to leave some candy, that's just subliminal. That's not saying anything. That leaves it open. And I got friends that I send flowers and cards to.
And that's that.
And so that's the thing. So like, what are we?
Introduce yourself to the audience.
Hey, I'm Josh.
Fever, you know what I'm saying?
Josh.
I'm Josh.
Valley Fever, Josh in the building.
Hi, Josh.
Now go ahead, do your thing, dog.
So,
I like Josh.
We got to do it right. Gotta do it right. So go ahead.
Yeah. So no, I think in relationships, what we're talking about, if we're not going to unpack the totality of what the situation is, I think everybody should say what I want, how I want it, and when I want it.
Yep.
And if it's going to be me and you, then it's me and you. But if it's me, you, and them, then it's me, you, and them. And I need you to say that up front so that there's no surprises in the end. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so if there's no surprises in the end, then you can't be mad, I can't be mad, and they can't be mad. We all doing this together.
And that's exactly where the conversation is.
If Dog was here about 7 days ago, we wouldn't be in this predicament right now. Because I'm sitting here thinking, my thought process like that is me being crazy. But nah, unfortunately, when you don't be upfront, you let that junk get to a place to where somebody's like, thinking something is one way and they doing everything one way. Like,
but
for
that
me,
up front gotta be on both sides, though. It gotta be both.
But here's where I'm at. Like, right, so I'm like, I was raised traditionally, right? So I open doors for women. So because you take that as that don't got nothing to do with me, bro. Right. So that's just who I am. So and especially if we coming from a place to where I'm thinking and I'm knowing that we on some friendly, cool, regular stuff, everything I'm doing is completely genuine, completely sincere, not from a place of nothing. Yeah, it's just who I am. So if you start to have feelings in that moment, you need to tell me that my regular actions are making you feel away because I'm going to keep being me. So if I keep being me and you start to feel away and you don't come and talk to me, if we get up here and you all bent out of shape and...
Okay.
So here's... Right, no, but here's the reality, though. And what you're saying is being true. What you're saying is true, right? But here's the thing, though. You have to look at the era and the generation in which you live in.
Exactly.
And so you have to take it to the totality that most people didn't grow up like we grew up.
Right.
Most people didn't see doors being open for females. Never saw a door being open.
Right.
Females never saw a door being closed. And so to them, it leads them to a place where they think you means more to them than what they need. So your job is to let them, your job as the man is to be, hey, we just friends, right? But this is what I do because this is how I was brought up. This is where I come from.
That would have avoided all of that.
That means you got something going on because, baby, this ain't that.
That would have avoided.
That would have avoided. Here's the thing. Do you just volunteer that information?
When you tell me we friends, we fucking friends.
We're fucking friends. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. We're fucking friends.
This man bought bottles. He partied with me all night. You know, I do this my normal.
Right.
Send your ass on my If I just gonna be out here and cover out the week, that's what I do on my normal. This is a part of me. You here? So you're doing it with me.
So can I say something? Hold on. So and I'm a dude. I'm a nigga, right? And I'm a married nigga. So I get it. I get all of that. What we're talking about. But you do gotta also understand. You gotta think like sometimes we don't. Wait. Sometimes we don't think in the aspect of how a female feel.
Correct.
Because sometimes we smile at them too much when we shouldn't. And hold on, wait. No, for real. Because sometimes, we are. Wait, sometimes, listen, right? Can I finish? Can I finish?
Let dog finish.
Listen, if I sit around and buy bottles and doing drinks, I'm good. Listen, this is what I do on my normal. You with me, I'm not with you. Here's the thing. Part of my place. Just I'm enjoying your company.
So can I say something?
I'm doing this anyway.
Okay, so I'm accepting that, right? How many females is accustomed to that? Let's pause there.
Who probably
Wait. No, but it kinda is if we don't. It kinda is if we don't set boundaries beforehand. And that's our job as men. We should set boundaries beforehand. You are a friend, and that's exactly what you are. I may buy a bottle. I may buy you something to eat. We may go out. No. Listen what I'm saying, though. But you smoking with me. You drinking with me. You may eat with me. At the end of the day, does that say I want you? Exactly.
So here's and this is where I was getting to with it is because unfortunately sometimes because perception is a motherfucker, right? So for me, but for me where I clash with that is though, logic is logic. So my thing is I understand how this can get a little fuzzy and cloudy and gumdroppy and cotton bally. I understand that, but we gotta understand where we at the top. You know what I'm saying? So I get it, bro. Like I was raised a certain way, so I get it. If you start to feel a certain way about a nigga, and if you attracted, all that, I get that. But you gotta keep it a band with me, because my thing is this: if you don't keep it a band with me, but you keep it a band with everybody around me, and then I show up with a female, you mad at me,
right?
And that's not fair, bro. That's not fair, bro.
I don't give a fuck about, because guess what? You kicking it with me. I'm chilling.
But that's what I'm saying.
I'm in my own zone. When I fuck around, when I come fuck around with y'all, I'm fuck around with you. I'm fuck around with you. My happiness don't got shit to do with your happiness.
Correct.
But I'd rather make you happy because I'm kicking it and I'm having fun because I like
you. I guess I'm in the old school.
So snatch the joy out of me to make
especially if you've communicated that. That's the thing.
It's the communication.
If you have communicated,
it's the communication.
So I should meet you and say this.
No.
You can have my drinks.
No,
you can't do this.
No, it's the communication of this. Simple as this. Once the communication of what it is starts, when it changes, more communication needs to be had. Because if not, then everything else is
destroyed. It's destroyed. Everything else.
So my thing is this: if I'm telling you, hey, we cool, we just regular. But then even if it's Swiss, role reverse. Hey, shorty, you looking a little good today. I'm feeling the way. I gotta tell you. Or if you own dude, if I start feeling tender, I can't get mad at you.
Right.
That's dumb.
That's literally.
But that happens a lot. But a lot of niggas be getting tender. They see female friends who are fine. They've been talking to shorty. She been going out to the mall with them. They've been going on friend dates. And dudes start to catch feelings for shorty. And then he don't say nothing to her. And then all of a sudden one day, hey, let's go out to dinner. Let's go to the game. I bought us tickets. Oh, I'm going on a date tonight. Now she a bitch, she a hoe. Now you tripping and now you on the... Because there wasn't no explanation on when shit changed from the regular. And so it happens a lot more with dudes and females than it does. Niggas don't really speak up on it. But the reason I'm speaking up on it is because I don't like for Like, my mama taught me all I got in this life is my word and my name, right? So at the end of the day, if you out here running my name around like I played with your heart, or I played with you, or your feelings, when I really kept it a band with you, then that's not fair to me when you saw it, but your vision got clouded when you started catching feelings. And that's the thing. Unfortunately, bro, we entertainers. So if the right female don't come around that she can understand the limelight up here, she see you at your highest point, bro. Mm-hmm. She see the girls, all that, so that's going to make her feel away. But if you can't handle that, and then you start to make it an infatuation, instead of, because nigga, that nigga got to get off stage. You got to learn how to handle him offside that, which is why you go from friend. My friends don't know how to handle, like, my female friends, we don't talk about how to handle me and all that extra, because nigga, my female friends, we don't even talk about that extra shit. But my girl, the one that I'm going to be with, if we talking out the gate, I'm going to tell you, hey, shorty, like, yeah, that stage stuff is cool, but I need you to know how to handle the nigga. As soon as that last beat go bow, I need you to handle that nigga. Because that nigga's not the same person as the guy on stage. Right. I'm not a people person until I get on stage. I'm not the nigga that's all in everybody's face. But when I'm on stage, everybody get with, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a very open person. So you have to be able to tap into that. But if you don't know certain things about me, that tells you which place that you in with me, because I haven't expressed that. And if I give you an option and I say, look, Dion's a very open and straightforward person. Mm-hmm. If I fuck with you, I'm going to tell you I fuck with you. Mm-hmm. But I've never told you I fuck with you. Don't assume I fuck with you.
Which is in turn why people feel the need to obtain that information from people who are closest to him.
And that's another violation. You can't get through. And people, we got to stop doing this. Not even, let's take it out of personalization. Let's take it out of personalization. We got to stop going to the next motherfucker to get to the person that we trying to get to. We are grown adults. And I'm not, like I said, I'm taking my personal self out of it, because I used to be like this. I used to talk to, hey, what's shorty about? In my Tinder days when I was in my early 20s and I ain't really gone through what I needed to go through in that love thing to get me where I needed to be, bro. I used to be on that trying to figure it out instead of coming to the head source, bro. And what does that do? That makes the other source like, why he ain't talking to me? You know how many times I had to hear that in my early stages from other motherfuckers? Yo, well, she just said, why you ain't come talk to her yourself? Whole time I could have been with shorty 3 weeks, but I'm talking to your ass for 3 weeks about her. Whole time I could have talked to her day one. Been with her these 3 weeks.
Trying to middleman your way.
Trying to middleway my way in the whole time. But then what happens? But then can I be upset? Can I be upset when shorty don't want to be interested in me because now I done played?
So what you're telling me is that
if you want to fuck with me, you come talk to me and say you want to fuck with me.
Man, I just posted some shit on my Instagram.
Well, let's just say this like this then. Let's just say you're suffering from a level of insecurity. Because if you were secure enough in who you are and how you are, you'll walk up to whoever you feel like walking up to and say what you got to say. So let's just say, as men, we don't really acknowledge the fact that we are insecure at moments in our life.
For sure. And that's my thing is I was big on rejection, bro. I could not stand rejection. So my thing is, if I don't think I can pull you, I'm not about to walk up on you. So that was me in those early stages. So for me,
I was getting listen. My thing, my mama always told me, man, listen, man, you get 100 no's, but you get 1,000 yes.
No cap, bro. And until but I had to go through that time because most motherfuckers think that shit don't exist.
Period. That's where you live your life at.
Yeah.
The fuck I'm gonna sit here and baby foot you and make it seem like I want to really fuck with you like this, and I don't. No, I got a girl. I got plenty of bitches. I'm fuck with everybody. Do you want to fuck with me or you don't?
But there's some niggas that are born with that. Some niggas that ain't born with that.
For sure, you like what I got going on. For sure, you like what I got going on.
But some niggas are born with that from day one. Like, look, it's either gonna be this or it's gonna be that. Some people are born, and some people have to go through shit to get them to that. Look, I know who I am. So for me, when in my early 20s, I didn't go through that shit until somebody I fucked with so much didn't fuck with me like that, and that shit had to change me. Like, oh damn, I'm up here looking like a damn dweeb, and whole time but then I realized who I was. I'm like, hold on, I can have all y'all, and I spent my time running, chasing, trying to pull you down to see me, and whole time I could have been out here, but I didn't know what was up with me. So it's like, I feel like the reason that you should be up front is because if I would have just asked Shorty, hey, baby, is this just sexual or is it on some...
No, realistically, being up front shows a certain level of self-value.
Correct. So if you don't have it, you beat around the bush, you talk to other people to make that value call. Oh, y'all look cute together. Oh, so maybe I'm not tripping. Man, every fucking female, nigga, if I post a female with a picture with me and a female, motherfuckers gonna swipe up. Y'all look cute together. That's just math, bro. That's just math, bro.
What does that mean?
That don't have shit to do with me, bro. That don't have nothing. So it's like, I feel like most times, to get back to the question, and we're gonna move to this next one. Like me, I say, and everybody's on pretty much the same page. Forward communication first is the number one thing. If you're gonna be in any type of relationship, no matter what it is, friendship or like emotional and romantic relationship, be upfront. Set that shit.
Just know what you're trying to do and know where you're trying to go.
Straight up. No matter what the relationship is, be upfront. Now, cool.
Know what you're trying to do and know where you're going.
Nisi, Big Dog, my nigga Josh. Do you consider flirting while in a relationship cheating? Why or why not?
Fuck no, I'm a Washington. Oh, damn.
This nigga like me at the last one.
No.
Go ahead.
What's the question again?
No.
Ladies first.
No.
Everybody consider everything
Not necessarily. And only because I'm flirtatious by nature.
Yeah.
That's just my personality. And my personality may be flirtatious to some and not necessarily to others. So does that make me flirtatious? Exactly. Exactly.
Everything seems
Exactly.
Everything. I can tell you, ooh, your hair look good.
That part and
guess what? She gonna be like, oh, he flirting.
So then let me
and
get a
that's
question.
an insecurity within.
So here's a question then.
Life move off right.
You can handle that being flipped around then, right?
Absolutely.
So as just as flirtatious as your nature is, what you're saying, I'm not doing quotations like I don't believe you, but as your nature is flirtatious, you can handle a man's nature being just as flirtatious as yours, with you not believing that he's cheating as well.
Absolutely. There was a time where I did not.
You're a very rare one.
There was a time where I did not. I'm 32,
as affordable
right?
health care.
I'm 32. I was married for 11 years, with him for 14. So from 17 to 31, I was in a marriage.
What changed?
Well,
all them years, it's a lot of years.
It's having to grow up together, right? In a very strange time period.
Correct.
Right?
At these days and age, after all them years, you're supposed to know a person like you.
No, because the thing is that we are ever evolving, right? We're never the same person.
Every day.
If we are not willing to get to know who we have evolved into, we are not going to grow together. We're going to grow apart from each other because now I don't know who you are. You are not, and I'm not supposed to know the person I married. If I know you and we've been married for 5 years, nigga, we are not doing a single thing.
Right. Not.
We are not growing.
Right. And I think, so the thing is, so
hold on. Let's lock in real quick.
So what I can do is I can honestly say this. I can agree with you. As a married man,
100%.
I can't speak about an unmarried person, but I can say even in relationships change all the time simply because the individual change.
Absolutely.
And if you don't get the opportunity to communicate, everything in relationships boils down to communication. If there's no communication, there's no relationship.
People lie and say that money is the reason why marriages don't last. No,
it's a lack of communication.
It's because I don't know how to communicate to you that there is a money problem. How about that?
Money is a root of all evil, but it does.
No, money is not. It's the love of it. So we're not going to go there.
Yeah.
It's the love of the money that makes it the root of all evil, because you fall in love more with the money than you do with the person that you're with. And so you'll do anything for the money and not do anything for the person that you're with. You'll actually sell yourself to somebody else and lose everything you got in your house
100%.
for the money 100%. Before you do it for the individual that you're with. 100%. When you get that committed to the person that you love 100%. And you say that you're with, then you'll understand building is easy. 100%. Having is easy because you communicated what we want, how we want it, when we want it, our goals, our ambitions, and how we're going to get there. If you don't communicate, the thing is it's talking. Most relationships don't talk. It's sex. Wait, no, it's sex. It's not talk. We can argue, we're going to fuck, and that's the end of it. We're going to the next day. We don't talk about what just made me mad last night. We don't talk about, well, why did you do that? Why did you say that? And so you keep doing it. It's a repeated cycle. I'm the person that when I got married to my wife, and she'll tell you, before we got married, we sat down. These are my do's and my don'ts. These are my wills and will not. These are things that I cannot. This is a deal breaker. Right out the gate, I need you to fully understand that if you do this, it's over. I love you, but you got to go. I'm not going to leave it. And you're going to give me my name back, and you can do whatever you want to do with your life, but you can't do it with me.
Correct.
We as men, honestly, and I'm sitting up here talking because she talking for the female. He asking the question.
Right.
We as men don't communicate our heart with our females, but there's a reason because females don't listen to it.
It's a battle.
Well,
I'm not talking about you in general.
I agree. No. Listen, I agree with that, and the reason for that is because a lot of men think logically now, right? Because and women think emotionally.
Facts.
So while you're talking to me logically, we're saying the same thing, but I'm going off of my emotions, which are rockier, right? So I just told this to somebody the other day, that the heart is the action, the brain is the logic.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
So we're tugging like this.
Facts.
Your brain is tugging at my heart because women are more emotional. And that's the bottom line. You can disagree, you can agree, whatever.
No. Here's the thing. But
that's the reality.
Can I say something to you? When you in tune, watch this. Hold on, wait. Can we finish this? Because when you're in tune, with each other, when you're in tune with each other and with your mate, then the heart and the brain comes together.
They do.
Watch this. And so when the brain begins to pull at the heart knows how to respond to the brain.
Exactly.
And so when you're in a meaningful, communicative relationship, the brain then can talk to the heart. The heart will have a seat and listen to the logic and then speak from the seat of the emotion, which covers the man. And so if you my heart, listen, if you're my heart and I'm your brain, I lead you. You get what I'm saying? It's my job. That's my job to lead you.
Hold on, real quick, because we about to go down. Because, man, we're going to take a quick break. Valley Feed Bird will be right back.
All right.
Oh, my mama, we was just talking about this. Yo, we back. We got some more of my people on the set with us tonight. We're going to get into this conversation because we having some real good, healthy conversation that needs to be, talked about, needs to be had. And we need to do this some more in the community. We need to do this a lot more often. So let's pick up exactly right where we left off. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if you wanted to start.
Because she made a mention of men thinking logically and women thinking out of their heart, which is the seat of the emotion.
Yes, sir.
And the reality of it is that she's correct. I say this all the time. Women are more an emotional being. We are more thinkers. We think before we respond. We think before we say it. And sometimes people be like, how come you ain't saying nothing? Because we have to think about the way we want to respond to you, so it don't come out the wrong way.
Yes, sir.
And sometimes females don't fully understand that it's not that I'm not listening. It's not that I don't understand. It's that I want to respond to you. Watch this. In a loving, caring, and diplomatic way, where your feelings isn't hurt, where your heart isn't crushed, and I leave you broken. I want to leave you whole when I finish this conversation.
Yes, sir.
So when a female really understands that we are the head,
yes, sir,
and the female represents the heart, which is the covering of the man, we don't walk separately from each other.
Yes,
we walk side by side, knowing that I got your hand, and in any situation, I'm gonna lead you through.
Yes,
when I can't, I don't have a problem with stepping back and saying, baby, I'm having emotional issues right now.
Yes,
I'm a man because at the end, I'm a human. I'm a human before I'm anything. Before I'm your husband, before I'm your boyfriend, before I'm the father of your kids, before I'm anything else, I'm a human being with emotions like you.
Yes, sir.
We can't wear ours like you wear yours.
Exactly.
So we have to muster up strength and find a way to take courage in the midst of what we're dealing with, where you can be vulnerable with us. Who can we be vulnerable with?
Right.
Ooh.
Right.
You know, it's interesting, this conversation, because I think about a lion and a lioness, right? So if I think about the attributes that a lion has, right? The lion is logical. He's like, he has one goal in mind, and that is to provide and to protect. That's it, right? We've established this through documentaries. We can see their demeanors. We can see their mannerisms. Then we got this sly-ass, smart-ass lioness who is not only the logical one because she has to be, she also has to be the emotional one.
Right.
She has to be the nurturing one, right?
Right.
So think about that dynamic, right? And this is why some people are not going to like this, but I think king and queen is overused, because you don't give me queen attributes if I don't feel like I am protected by you emotionally, which is supposed to be the aura that you give me, and that is what the role is. Not gender specific, but that is what the role is.
Right there.
At that point of a man, you are this big when you come to your woman emotionally.
Yeah.
They don't know what we have to take off of us to come to you like this.
Yes, sir.
You call me king, my crown come off, my shoulder pads come off,
Yes,
my
sir.
knight, armor, all this come off.
My knee pads come off.
I'm booty butt naked on my knees. Telling you, I feel some kind of way.
I feel some kind of way.
Yes, sir.
Yep. So I'm not about to call you a queen if the minute that man walks in, you are complaining about what you have gone through. And I learned this, right? So I'm not even talking just because I see it, right? This is from experience. I was the wife who didn't give a fuck. I'm pissed off the minute you walk in. Okay? I was that, right? But I also had to grow up with him, right? I met him when I was 17. I spent my entire 20s with him. So I'm going to figure it out. Like, what the fuck are we about to do?
So my thing is this. When a man get emotionally, basically, I'm not going to say emotionally attached, but emotionally telling you about him, that's complaining. What you just said. Now, I complain to you.
She's probably saying her early 20s.
This was in the past.
Yeah, her early 20s, it felt like that to her,
And if this was Tanecia.
Yeah, she's telling them. She's telling her full story.
Right. Did you know what she just said?
Let her full.
Pause.
Let her tell her full story.
Pause. If this was who?
If this was
And
Tanecia.
who we talking to now?
We're talking to Tanecia.
That's what we're talking about.
You know?
See what I'm saying?
Yep. This
Those
is
are
why.
two different people.
Ooh, and I'm about to kind of flip it a little bit, right? Because this is what I hate the saying that you got to be all the way healed to be in a relationship. Because what? I have to be all the way healed. So you mean to tell me that if I lost my job tomorrow, that I don't got to heal from that? I'm already healed because a nigga broke my heart 3 years ago.
Right.
That's not the same type of healing. So healing is evolving as well, right?
Yeah.
It's shedding. It's shedding. Now, what determines how you have shedded is your response to a traumatic situation or something that may take you back to before you even thought about healing.
That part.
If I get upset about the chick who took my husband from me, I have gone nowhere in 3 years.
So basically what you're saying is that, what you're saying is that trauma has to be dealt with.
It's a shit show.
You can't sweep it under the rug.
Nope.
No.
You can't run from it.
Cannot.
You can't drink it out.
Chasing
You
you.
can't smoke it out.
Can't.
You can't sex it out.
It actually tastes better if you do that.
You do, so you have to
Leave you
literally
in that shit
face
for a
it
while. Yeah.
in order to get healed from
To
it.
get healed from it.
Wow.
You have to face it. And this is why, like, I had to give my parents some grace.
Talk about it.
So
I had to give my parents grace because they did not grow up with parents who gave them grace. They were not allowed to mess up.
Damn.
They weren't allowed to make mistakes.
Wow.
Right? So they were also in a figure it out stage.
Right.
So how can I treat them in such a manner that, and this is why this generation just upsets me so much, because I don't give a fuck if it's family. I don't give a fuck if it's friends. Anybody can get, what?
What type of shit is that?
yeah.
I just talked to
What? And then we got people rapping about that kind of trauma. So now it's embedded in this generation's brain. Right? We'll get to that because that's parenting. And that's a whole different situation, right? But we have to give ourselves grace, and to a certain extent give our parents grace as well. And I'm still in the process of learning this. So we're talking about the trauma bond between your parents.
You'll forever learn that.
Forever.
I think our parents, and one thing my dad taught me, and I ain't gonna tell my age, but I'm about old. I'm a 40-year-old man, right? And I'm gonna be honest with you. And so
That's young.
it took me a long time to understand, because see, I grew up in a house where it was 10 of us. 7 boys, 3 girls, same mama, same dad, and everybody lived in the same house. But I personally felt like that some of us was treated differently and treated, watch this, better than the other one, right?
You better fucking believe it is like
So
that.
I'm good. And so here, wait. So here's the thing, right? My dad, I had to go to my dad and be like, hey man, look, I felt a certain type of way about that. My dad said, I'm in my 30s. I'm in my 30s now. And I had to heal from that because I'm married. I have a wife. And I have a son. And I don't want to put that, how I felt in my relationship with my wife and with my child. You get what I'm saying? I want to make sure that I love properly. And so I have to love not how I felt like I was loved, but I had to love out of a seat of how I wanted to be loved.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
That is where the fabrication of a reality that we create in our brain based on the subconscious mind, where we store trauma, determines how we live in our reality.
And you know what my dad told me? He said, Josh, I didn't need to do ... with you, because here's the thing. You were self-sufficient in ... Watch this. I felt like, no, I needed what you gave everybody else. He said, but I knew you can stand on your own 2 feet.
Right.
So watch this. Parent according to the child.
Right.
Not according to the children in the house.
Right.
They parent according to what each kid needs, which means the parents studied the child.
Facts. That's good, bro.
And let's talk about the fact that what I've transferred is an attribute of me. It comes from the mother, right?
Come on, talk about it. There you go.
There you must
talk about it, man.
Yeah, it comes from the mother, right?
Right.
So this is why they tell you to protect yourself during pregnancy, because we're not talking about just the physical nutritional aspect.
Facts.
We're talking about the serotonin that we are releasing into the bloodstream and then into that baby.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
So now the baby's already born with trauma.
See what's crazy about that? My mama, 10 steps ahead of that. Gang, I'm not gonna lie to you. I just told you what I tell you. If you get pregnant, what's gonna happen? You are automatically on bed rest from day one. When we find out you pregnant, you not dealing with none of the stress of the world.
No.
Yep.
You chilling, and my mama finna fly out here.
Raisins and sunshine.
Your mama can come out here. Here you go, sisters, but we ain't dealing with no bullshit now.
You know why?
Because this for the baby.
Yes,
But all we
sir.
do this shit for the baby, though.
Right?
We've been like this from the jump.
We suffered this for centuries.
Hold on, dead ass. Wavie D, ask my baby mamas. Nigga, I ain't gonna lie.
I'm good.
I ain't gonna lie about this. This is a fucking fact. You get pregnant by me, your ass is fucking straight, nigga. I might do some bullshit and my mama gonna be on my ass about it. You hear me?
That's a beautiful one.
I want to say something to that because how women, we dealt with this for centuries. The fearfulness of slavery. Wait, and I'm just going to go there for a moment, if y'all don't mind. The fearfulness of how we deal with our outside reality comes from a mindset that was dealt with through slavery. Because what they would do is they would take the woman and bring her to the front of the line when they was abusing and misusing the man and beating the man while she was pregnant, to instill a level of fear in the unborn. And so if you got any level of fear, hate, malice, anything like that in you towards your baby daddy, that same shit is going to spill into that child. That's just, and the older that kid get, the more, I don't like my daddy. But why not? Because you don't know him.
And you struggle parenting when your parent wasn't a parent.
But what was that?
They were just they were a being providing
a house. There was a house.
Like they were literally a shelter.
No cap.
I'll tell y'all this. When I found out that when my mom and dad was going through divorce and the separation between me and my sister and shit, when I found out my dad was 25.
You look at yourself right now.
I was 27 when I found that shit out, and I was like, I said, oh, so you make, like, niggas making it seem like, and I know what I'm on when I was 25, so if you are an extension to me, like, I understand if you didn't really have it all together, but this is where I would say, I'm not a parent, right? But what I would say to all parents, this is why you should watch how you perceive the other parent.
Oh my God.
To your kids, bro.
Lord.
Please watch that. Watch that, Joe, because I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. I was just telling them, just the other day, I celebrated 2 years of me and my dad's relationship being fixed. I'm named after him. Yeah. I don't tell nobody my first name. My first name, Kevin. I'm named after my OG. Kevin. Yes, sir. Yes, on God. Sir. I'm named after my OG. But I used to fight niggas over my name. If any nigga said, "Oh, that's what's up," but if any nigga called me Kevin, you got it. Nobody can call me that. I knew if I got in trouble, my mom was calling me Kevin. That's how I knew I was in trouble. So for a lot of times, I didn't have a real positive outlook on my father. Right, when I was younger, situations and decisions he made me feel and look a certain way. I didn't understand because I was young. Right, so for me, I'm thinking, nigga, the whole time you kicking me out. Then I have the conversation with you when I become of age, and it's like, nah, your school was around the corner from your grandma's house. It was cheaper for you to stay there than across town where we lived at. And I know now because I'm 29 and 27 driving in the streets of Milwaukee, knowing now how far that shit is away. So I'm like, oh, I lived over here on Capitol, and my school was Glen Hills. Nigga, that's not close. Right. And if my dad got not just me, work, 2 other kids and a wife, and her 2 kids.
Before you was fucking born, it was a woman.
It was somebody else. So it's like, so it wasn't until I became a man and had to, not want to be a traumatic male, because some men take their trauma and they use it as the reason that they a tough nigga today, is because they haven't dealt with the nigga that was 7, 9, 11, or none of that shit that got dealt dirty. So when you 40, now you got a chip on your shoulder because you haven't been able to deal with that nigga. So I got tired of the chip, bro. I got tired of Father's Days. Nigga, my dad calling me and I'm ignoring his call. Motherfuckers asking me, Dion, can you say Happy Father's Day to Dad? Hell, I got sick of that shit, bro. I'm about to have a kid. I don't want to bring a child into this world and then be trying to raise you like my daddy wasn't like this, so I'm gonna do this. But I'm being toxic to you, so I'm really not giving you no real love. I'm just trying to prove this nigga wrong.
Yeah. That's what it be.
No, you feel me?
So me learning how to deal with my emotions made me a man.
Yes, sir.
So what you said was,
I had to find out where my emotions came from. I didn't know why my name was Kevin until I was able to have those conversations, bro. We think the same. We move the same. Like we got the same shit because that's why we named like that way, bro.
So basically what you're telling me is that when you was a child,
yes, sir,
you brought childhood trauma to a grown man trauma.
100%.
And so when you put away childish thoughts, childish
things go away.
Childish. Then you became a man.
Sir.
Watch this.
Yes, sir.
Then you became a man.
Yes, sir.
Because you was able to think logically.
Yes, sir.
You understood now.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it wasn't what I really thought it was.
Yeah, because I have a mind of an adult now, and I can think like that. So like when you find out that nigga, now you understand that transportation and shit like that ain't cheap. And every traffic and getting on time and work is important. As an adult, you like, oh man, if I can get a situation where he can live with my mother next to his cousin who he go to school with, so it's not like it's a problem. It's not like I'm gonna be his dad. I know my mama. He see me every day. But to me, I'm a kid, and I'm like, damn, I was being bad. My daddy kicked me out. To my grandma's, I'm telling everybody I got kicked out when I was 11 and shit. Growing up and that really wasn't what it was, bro.
Can I say something to the man for a second? A lot of times we think we need a father as a boy. And the reality of it is that 90% of the time, men need their father more than the boy needs their father. Because when you are a boy, the mother's job is to protect and to nurture. And the father's job is to lead you in the right direction. I didn't understand this until I became a man. Well, I'm at the age where my dad once was. I need my daddy now to tell me how to navigate through life. Now,
I call him
as a boy, I didn't need that because he couldn't teach me none of that. I had to grow into being who I am and what I'm going to be. He had to watch and tutor me and show me, nope, go that way. Nope, go that way. And then I bumped my head. It's going to be okay. He didn't pamper me. He told me, no, get up, try it again. Get up, try it again. Get up. Try it again. Right. Now that I'm a man, a fully grown man, I need my daddy now. I'm grateful.
I want to say, let me just say, I got one thing to say. I said patiently. I said patiently. Okay. It's the only thing I want to say, bro. And then I'm out the motherfucking picture.
Okay.
Kids right now need to understand this. The parents don't be knowing you really have a fucking problem with them. And this is what I'm going to tell y'all. Me, as a kid growing up, I grew up, I'm grateful for the way I grew up. Yeah. I had two parents in the household. Yeah. I had all my siblings in one household. Facts. And they shared, and we showed love to everybody. And they took care of everybody. This is what I grew up in. Facts. You know what I'm saying? But I felt like I had a problem with my dad once upon a time in my motherfucking life. Yes, sir. And I'm going to tell you this as a kid. When I came to him, 17 years old, and I told him, because we got an open relationship, we really have conversations. We do. And this is where I get it from. We learn each other every motherfucking day. Every day. We do. So I sat down, and he said, you of age, son. We sat down, he told me some old stories about himself when he was around my age that he wouldn't tell me until I made it to a certain levels. And I told him, this is how I really felt. This is how I really feel about you. Nigga, I don't like you. This is why. You know what he said to me? Son, I never even know you felt like that about me. Hurting me way more than me even feeling like that. Because realistically, they don't even be knowing because all they doing is being a fucking parent and a parent to, he was a parent to 9 other kids. And I had to realize that when I became a parent. I'm still learning, motherfucker. Every day I learn how to be a better parent.
And then there's more of y'all than just you, bro, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know as you grow, he got a whole woman he been talking to since he was fucking 17 years old. I don't fucking matter for real. I do. But I'm saying, he got a whole real relationship he been building his whole fucking life and then had me. I'm the last of the last of the last of the last.
So he got to continue his relationship with her. He got to continue his relationship with her, his oldest son, his other son, his other son, his other daughter, his daughter, his daughter, his son, his son, his son, and then me. What the fuck? Well, you know what I'm saying? I'm an asshole for feeling like that. And I told him, I'm an asshole for even acting like that. I'm sorry. That's my fault. Because I ain't understand that.
I said the same shit to my dad. I said, bro, I hated you for all those years for no fucking reason because I didn't understand that, nigga. You tried, but and now being an adult, I can see that, my nigga. You had a whole family. Like I'm thinking, I'm being selfish. I'm like, you chose my little brother, bro. I lived in Denver. You had a son to raise, a daughter, and another son to raise in Milwaukee, bro.
You did that shit.
You had to do that. It's not about a choose because I wasn't enough. You had to do what you had to do. That was your wife. Those are her kids. That was your son. Like, you had to do what you had to do. So, like, I felt the same. I told him, I was like, bro, I was mad at you all them years, and I feel like a dweeb, bro, because it's like, damn, I ain't get it, but we felt that, and that shit was valid at the time, bro.
Listen,
But when we grew up, that shit changed, bro.
You know who my pops was when I was growing up? It was all the big homies.
Where's your lighter?
You hear me? It was all the big homies. Listen, I never
hit on him.
My dad.
Wait, please. Let me let her hit on it.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit on a couple points real quick. To yours, when you were talking about the male role, right, for the young male. So this is why we have to give men grace. Men specifically, right? Love women, love y'all, but we're talking about men. Because men have double duty. That's not to take away from the woman. She's the nurturer.
Right.
But the man has to be the example for not only the son, but for the daughter.
Right there. Right there.
She is the first love. That relationship, that dynamic is the first love relationship
ever
that young girl is going to have.
Right there.
And during those impressionable years, right? The years of between 2 and 10, where you're you soak up the most, right? If the male is not present, not always, right? Because this is not a whole one-way street. Everything is situational.
Right.
But for a majority of our black women, let's talk about this specifically, because I'm not against nothing other races, but this is what I relate to. I can't relate to nobody else.
100.
So,
talk to him.
As a young black woman, girl, right, who had a relationship with her father, or what I thought was a relationship and what I thought was a healthy one, because I did what he said. I grew up in a very religious household, so let's add that dynamic, right? Because we know how religiosity is with the black family.
Talk about it. Me too.
Ritualistic. Got you, yeah, right? So, that's a whole nother... But yes. There is that dynamic that I cannot say anything to you. You don't owe me anything because you are my parent.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't owe you an explanation for why I walked in the house and just beat you to death. I don't owe you that because I'm the parent, right? Yeah, and the Bible tells me that you're supposed to honor me.
And your days
Ephesians 6:1. Everybody said it.
But it also says fathers don't provoke thy child.
Fathers don't provoke. Okay.
So we don't talk about that. They stop where children obey their parents in the Lord. So this is right. So live the days and long life. But the second verse says, fathers, don't provoke thy sons to wrath. What does that mean? You can't use one. You can't use one against the child and not use the other one against the parent, because the parent is accountable for how the child reacts to what the parent does. So if you're the father and you provoke the child to wrath, which means by hating them, by beating them, by misusing them, by talking about them, by throwing them out the house, by not talking to them, by acting like they don't mean nothing. When you as the father do that, you provoke the child to wrath. I'm down.
Now, let's wrap this around, right?
I'm sorry.
One more time. Can you say that again?
Let's wrap this around.
Can you say that again?
You heard what I said.
When we are dealing with a household where, because I grew up in a 2-parent household, I had both my parents until I was 16.
Okay.
Until I was 16, right?
I did.
And what I did not realize is my father was a pimp. And he was a pimp in the aspect that he raised me in a traumatic setting where I felt like I owed him.
No. See,
Wait. This is why, to this day, me and my father do not have a good relationship. Our relationship revolved around music. So when music failed, there was no foundation.
Okay.
He made me start singing at the age of 3. Okay. What the fuck can a 3-year-old do?
Shit, what the fuck you mean?
What the fuck what is a 3-year-old?
I remember me in the projects. I was running around crazy. And they was
What is a 3-year-old supposed to be doing?
Being a fucking kid. That's it.
Playing, running around, and being destructive.
And learning your way through life at that moment.
Being a...
That's her,
now,
bro.
Yeah,
I'm so glad you said that, right? Because again, we're talking about this impressionable age between 2 and 10. So between the ages of 2 and 10, I probably missed about 1,000 days of school. I probably got beat a record number of times. If you think Michael Jackson was bad, I called my father Joe behind his back because had I said it to his face.
What's they calling us in the project?
Man, come on, man.
What was my daddy dad?
Man, listen here.
Joe Jackson.
My daddy
Joe Jackson.
He was Joe.
We go to school, and I knew they went to school.
He was Joe.
But they had rules, too. So we
So-
out there stumping while we running around that motherfucking crazy.
Facts.
You hear me?
So we're talking about a man
This is true.
who is also traumatized because he watched his father beat the shit out of his mother. Now, while he was never physically abusive, right? For you to tell your 16-year-old child who is potentially overweight according to the societal standard that the reason that he will never get anywhere is because I do not look like Beyonce.
Fucked up.
So that creates resentment, right? Now music is no longer fun for me. It's a job. It is. I'm required because I'm bound by the rules of Ephesians 6:1.
Ooh.
Now check this
Do you
out.
want to know what took me out of the chains?
Yeah.
Pregnancy.
Yeah, because now you got something else to do.
Yep.
There's something else to do.
I fought my stepmother a day before my 21st birthday. And I was pregnant with my daughter. And I knew right there, you know how like sometimes like you hear your name, like if somebody says Tanecia, right? There's something within you. There's a chemical reaction that happens within you. Like you can feel it like, oh, that's my name, right?
Yes,
right.
indeed.
This is why when people don't get their father's last names, there's a disconnect right there, but that's a whole different situation. So if I'm hearing Tanecia Warren, I'm like lighting up. The minute that light went out and I no longer reacted to my name, that I knew that the relationship that I had with my father was severed. And now I'm in a relationship with an insecure man, and now I'm the man.
Wow. But you can never be. You can never be.
See what I'm saying?
Because you don't wear the drugs.
These conversations.
Your nuts don't hang.
I'm going to tell you a real fact. This would be a 24-hour podcast.
What's
Conversation. Because this is informational to people, young people growing up in this weird shit. And I'm going to say weird shit because right now it's weird shit.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
You hear me?
Yep.
I ain't going to specify on what I'm talking about, but it's weird shit to where our normalization of what the fuck we know is right. Ain't right.
It's not right anymore.
No,
it's not right.
No, sir.
And I was just talking about and I was just talking about how millennials, right? Anybody who was born between 1988 and 2005, I think is where the where it cuts off, right?
What about it?
Taking a break.
Break.
Break time.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. 10 steps ahead of these niggas. That's why they fuck with me instead of these niggas. Fool. Cushion orange juice, nigga. I'm trying to use better words. Bitch. Germ on the boards. This time around, we want all the money. You niggas shortchanged and shit. Show some. Champagne and easy waters. Presidential views. Keeps it real, nothing like you actors do. Joints I flip, bomb raps I kick, so can't rip this off.
Yo, it's Valley Fever, we back, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get back into these cards, you know what I'm saying? I got my people with me. We've been having some real good conversation. Like I said, some stuff that needs to keep happening. You know what I mean? We tapping into some stuff that we all need to talk about. We all dealing with it, and we all need to get it out in the open. So one of the next things I wanted to ask on one of the cards, it says, what does love mean to you? Because I know people use that L word real loosely, man. You know what I mean? We be walking around, love you, bro.
Love? Agape love?
You, bud. Because there's so many definitions. So what
type of love we talking about? Friendship love? I'm just saying love.
Yes, sir.
Love is broad.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
What
type of love? We talking about love that's everlasting love, or love that's predicated based off of what I do for you love?
We let the lady go first.
Right, yeah, I'm going to say love is, well, in a nutshell, love is ever evolving, right?
Yeah,
okay,
correct.
We'll start there. There is obviously different types of love. Like there's the love I have for my brother. There's the love I have for my sister. There's the love I have for y'all because y'all are cool people, right? And in general, right, if we're thinking religious, right, or spiritual, for those that think outside the box, amen. Love is that's the highest form, right? That's it. That's right. So love is ever evolving. So if I tell you that I love you, that means that there is an aspect of you that I respect. So I don't use the word love loosely.
Yeah. Well, and I think you can't use the word love loosely because love portrays action.
Yeah.
So when I say I love you, there's action behind my words.
My heart beats.
I can't just tell you I love you and not prove it.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
There's something in me that's going to make me do something that's going to show you that I love you. So to use that word loosely just to get some draws or some skills or some coochie. No, just to use it just to get it. Because niggas and females are alike. They use that word. They use that word just to use it.
You my brother.
I am.
And I love you. And I can show you I love you without action.
Well, no. Here's the thing.
Because I'm not going to do this
I want
because
to
I
do
love
it so
you.
bad. Like, it's in my nature to move when I get so passionate, right? It's hard. But the thing is right here, right? I show you, watch this. No matter if I do anything that's out of the norm, I'll show you by some type of action, some shape, form, or way that I love you.
For sure.
Because you are my biological brother. You're my baby. You're the baby brother of 10. So I'm going to let you know. I don't just tell you I love you. I pop up. Watch this. When you don't expect it, that's love. I call you. When you're in a down day and you don't even know I feel you. Love has a tug. Because when you love somebody, you intertwine with that person. You feel.
Well, listen. And then check what you just said. You just brought yourself back full circle. Because if I'm tugging at you, that means that my heart is in action.
Right. So it lets you know automatically, I feel you. Okay.
That's what you were talking about, right? Before break.
Okay.
You know? So, yeah. Love is ever evolving.
How you feel? Come on, D.
Tell us, D.
So, run that shit.
Definitely a powerful word.
I'll explain it how my grandma explained it to my moms and them, and how she explained it to me, man. So they used to tell me love is what love does, right? So the action thing, right? If it don't does nothing, it don't loves nothing, right?
Facts.
So what that means is that's in everything, right? I love you because of the way I talk to you, meaning I can tell you the truth because I love you. If I didn't love you, I wouldn't care about what happens to you, right? And that's as far as just being cool with people. And then to family, that stretches, right?
Yep.
So I love you enough to not want nothing to happen to you, right? So I don't want to put you in positions to make nothing happen to you, right?
Yep.
So if I say, hey, I'm going to have a link up because I love you, I ain't going to have some motherfuckers around that you don't like because that's weird, bro, because I know something's going to be wrong. Something might be because I love you. So for me, it's like, the does part of the love is what love does. Yeah,
exactly.
Because your actions are gonna show it every single time.
So check this. This is why another thing that love is optional.
It is.
There you go.
And I'm gonna tell you. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why love is optional.
Talk to me.
Because when we're when we're born, right? Family is blood.
Yep.
Right.
We automatically feel like we are obligated to love you because I share your blood, and that is absolutely not correct.
Ritually,
traditionally.
Well, let me stop. Let me pause. We're taught family is blood, but blood is related.
Blood
is related. That's not family.
It's not family.
It's not family.
Blood is related. Because watch this.
No, let it get to her point because she going somewhere.
Yeah. So it's like I can choose to love you. Parents do it all the time, right? And this is not personal. This is not my view on anything I'm about to say. So let me put that out there because I know how I like to flip shit. So
who is y'all? First of all, we don't love
no.
Bro, I'm about to say we don't.
Hold on.
Bro, I was just about to stand up for us, and you gon'
hold on. Y'all are tripping. Oh my God! I didn't say Duck and Dion. I said y'all exactly because y'all about to get views, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So that's social media.
Do your thing. My bad. I apologize for my outburst.
That's accepted. So
that's acceptable.
My love
I apologize for my outburst.
My love could be I'm pregnant at 13 and I can't have a child. So I love you enough and I love myself enough to abort the child. That may not be everybody's view.
That's action.
But to you, that is love. Right? Yeah. Love could also be, I love you enough to carry you all the way to term, but I can't keep you because I don't love myself enough to love somebody else.
Talk, D.
So then I'm going to put you up for adoption.
D.
That's love, though.
D.
No, that's D. Can you go there? You talking about, no. Can you really go there?
You can't. Listen, hey. Nah, you gotta let her.
She did.
No.
No, you do what? No,
because it's
love don't mean you stupid. No, she stuck to it.
No, but listen.
If you love something, you will stick to it.
Yeah, you can't say it like that. Yeah, that don't mean.
Her words was this. She said, "I love you enough, just like I love myself enough, to say, you know what, I can't. No, that is love.
Yes, sir.
That is love. Yes, that is love.
So you're telling me this, right? So you tell me this, like scenario, right? You in a situation, bro. You and your girl, you all in a crack house situation. Y'all get pregnant, you having a baby. There's a situation where you can give your baby.
A few times it was love. It was understood what the fuck I got to do besides this.
So you're telling me?
Listen, but whoa. I'm gonna answer this.
Bro, you love that baby enough to slide.
Listen, bro.
Because that's what she's saying, and that makes sense to me, bro.
I know. Okay, but check it. But check it though.
It's a bad situation.
But check it. Is that not still a form of love? Because you love yourself enough to think about yourself.
That's just your perception, gang. That's just your perception.
But see,
that's your perception.
No, that's a different type of thing. That ain't love. That's lust and control.
That's control.
That's lust and fucking control.
So I gotta keep you. Yes, sir. No, sir.
When it comes to logic and being real,
yes, sir.
When it comes up with the logic and being real, you know what love is when it comes down to logic. When it hits your brain, and you understand what you have to do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Not what you want to do.
No.
Not at all. I can run raggedy. Fuck kids. I don't have to do no responsibility. I'm running. I'm running and gunning. I can do what I can still live my life. I still live my life as me being just me.
Ain't no way.
But a mama can't do it, dog. A mama cannot do that.
So,
a man can do that.
Are you done? Are you done? Wait, can I help you? Are you done?
I wish that shot. Say you don't want to deal with that.
Are you done?
Say you don't want to deal with that.
You don't have to. Wait. Be done. Be done. You don't have to. Be done.
I think he's taking what she said about the abortion thing.
No.
That's love.
You don't have an abortion.
No, but because
listen.
That's also love.
No, correct. Wait, are you done? Please be done.
It's optional.
Be done and sit down. Be done and sit down because here's the reality of it.
Vicious.
She loved. No. You know your reality.
Yeah.
You can't speak. No, you know your reality. You can't speak for every individual reality because what if that girl was raped? What else you was talking about? No, be quiet and shut your mouth. No, be quiet and shut up. Because there's so many women that they gave birth to a baby that didn't belong to them and they didn't want because it was snatched from them. What do you do about that? That's not love. You said that's not love? It is love. They love that baby enough to give that baby life. They gave it up for adoption, but they gave that baby life.
Bro, okay,
You can't tell a 50-year-old. Wait. I want to get there. I want to get there. Because what you're talking about. Hold on, Gary. What you're talking about. Emotions high.
Niggas speaking. Niggas speaking.
What you talking about?
The mics, man. The
Ain't
mics.
nobody gonna get it.
The mics. Yeah.
No, she ain't got to tell you we pregnant.
No, bro.
No, ain't some responsibility. Ain't her. Before you love it. Before you love it. Ain't her responsibility.
Before you love it, it's fucking crazy. We're moving on.
Hold on.
Hey, we are moving. Hey,
Yeah, we gotta.
hey, we're moving on. No. Wait, where the rest of the cards at? I need more options.
Okay.
Here we go. Hey, here we go.
Okay. We're gonna move on.
Here we go. Cause
We're gonna move on.
hell nah. So come on.
I appreciate
Let's get to this.
Religiously, hold on. I fucked that. What he just said. Religiously, bro. If you are able to hold and have a child, you are supposed to have that motherfucker religiously. Nigga, rape victim or not, consensual or not. You gotta understand when it boils down to a whole certain different factor, bro. Religiously, women will keep the baby. They got raped, nigga.
Which is specifically the target of the black community.
Yes, bro, and that's what I'm saying. And
It's more
people don't understand. It's deeper than us, and people don't understand that we know it's deeper than us.
But this is what I'm trying to say. The issue of it is this: is that we can where we have to get to as a people is that we understand that each one of our perceptions is exactly that, our perception, meaning that it's okay for my perception to be different than yours about a certain thing. Okay, so what that means on the card is when you say, what is love to you, your love is different, right?
Right.
When you say, what's love to her, her love is different, me and him, and everybody like that. So we're going to move on. The next question is, okay? God,
making the exit
damn, like,
twice, gang.
like, wow, like,
3 times. Third time. You out? Yeah, I'm gone. Nigga, I've been 15 hours. 16. Really 24 hours. Love you guys. And you love me. I don't know what love is. You know I love you because y'all probably don't know what love is.
this nigga got me.
I'm going to show you an action.
He got me weak.
I don't know. I'm going to born my baby tomorrow.
This is completely out
I'm
of
keeping my
pocket.
baby for you tomorrow.
This is completely out of pocket.
Oh my gosh.
This is completely out of pocket.
All right.
You know my boy. Hey man, shout out my boy D-Boy.
I almost won.
Yeah, he got out. He called him over. He got gone. That's my motherfucking dog. Shout out my boy. Very opinionated. Good for debates.
Definitely good for debates,
Good for
though.
debates. Because debates is about whatever the fuck you believe.
Correct.
You not trying to change your point of view.
Facts.
Good for debates.
Facts.
When we making points and shit, we making points.
Facts.
Yeah,
That's it.
When we trying to preserve and push on and let people know the understanding, like information is key, bro.
Right.
We're not gonna just bullshit around. Friend or not, we don't bullshit around shit.
Absolutely.
So shout out my boy D-Boy, man. 17, 24 hours in, gang. Love you guys. I'm gonna show action tomorrow, though.
So
Action for you tomorrow.
So there will be no confusion on what love is tomorrow.
Action, bro. You my dog, gang.
So,
that's my motherfucking boy for the projects.
So this next question,
That's my motherfucker. We showing action tomorrow. I'm pulling up on his house, John. We cooking the whole goddamn boil tomorrow.
Bro.
We're gonna show some action to love tomorrow, bro.
And it's crazy because, like, I really wanted to hear his point of view, but he was yelling.
No. I can hear the point of view, bro.
No, because for him, and what he was talking about is predicated.
Mm-hmm.
See, we talking about what we talking about. We talking about unconditional love,
exactly,
right?
Exactly.
To where you end up buying your damn self, and for you to love something so much,
exactly,
to where you will still go beyond.
That's it.
That's love.
That's it.
When my back against the wall, that's love.
Mm-hmm.
Love is not conditional.
Hell no, it's not conditional, nigga. It's unconditional love. Then they break it down. It started off with unconditional love, and then it break down into all the friends and everything you deal with in life with lust.
Right.
Yes, sir.
It starts. So when you got conditions is built on feelings.
Yeah, conditions are
built
on
on feelings. Unconditional feelings are out the way.
They don't even fucking matter.
And listen, check this. I'm about to break this down. I love you under the conditions of my boundaries.
There you go. You sound like my big sister.
That's unconditional love because that requires me to have boundaries.
For sure.
A boundary and a condition. So that means, like, just because we cool, like, when we close, don't mean I'm going to let you talk to me any kind of way. That's a boundary. That's not a condition.
Right.
That is not a
condition. I love you. That's just a line that we're not going to, like, I'm not going to allow you to, fuck up shit I got going on there. And, like, that's why they say, like, she said, like, we have these conversations, and now Lil Sis here, too. We have these conversations because I'm like, as y'all brother, bro, if y'all ask me some logical shit, I'm going to tell you because most niggas is not going to tell you the logical portion of that side because they don't want you to see. Most motherfuckers want that shit.
Right.
Most people want it to be like, so it's like, bro, this situation seemed a little weird. Should I like what's going on with that? Nah, it don't gotta be like that. I just called her this morning about a situation that was about to get deep. That didn't have to get deep because it's simple math, bro.
Right.
What things don't have to be, and I don't want nobody around me to be on nothing that they don't have to be on if it's anything negative vibe oriented, bro.
But
if it don't have to be weird, it don't have to.
I agree to disagree with you for a second because you said most students don't. Most students don't know how.
I can dig that too, but that doesn't negate the fact that they don't.
But because they
Which
can't.
is his point. The don't factor.
That's why I said
the don't factor is still
It's the my people perish for the lack of knowledge.
And hold on, that was where I was going to go.
It's
when it comes down to love, people need to research and really understand what the fuck love is. Number one, if they don't even know the action or know the feeling of what love feels like, understand it's different types of love. So once you understand the different types of love, then you'll know what the fuck you're getting when you're dealing with
love.
Love is chemical.
Exactly.
Right, so can I agree to disagree? Because it is chemical. And so when you don't know, you really can't research that. You have to feel it. Because in order to really give it, you got to know what it feels like, which means you have to censor it. In order to censor it, something has to stimulate the brain process so that you can feel it in your physicality, which means your heart will beat a different type of way when you actually know. To know what love feels like will show you how love is, which makes you love differently. When you don't know, you can't show because you don't feel.
And what's crazy about this topic
when you don't know, you can't show
because you don't
feel. That's a meme.
So that's why I said I'm agree to disagree with you because a lot of dudes never had what we know as real unconditional love. They had to learn this shit the hard way, bro.
100%.
They really have to struggle.
They still don't know.
Had to pump their head, and they still don't even know what that feels like
100%.
because nobody ever really loved them beyond what they done.
100%.
Most people discard them 100%. When they do something that they don't like.
100%.
And so niggas really don't. Most black men. Let me say this time. Most black men don't really know what it feels like to be loved beyond a condition. Because when we do something that most people don't love, don't like, and don't agree with, they drop us off like our daddies did.
Okay, so I have a question then.
Not our daddies, because you speaking
hold on.
crazy.
I said
crazy.
I said
right
no, not to me.
You said our. My daddy is excluded, goddammit.
Listen,
he big dog.
I said in the beginning.
My daddy been there, always there.
I said in the beginning to most men, not to me.
You said our, which includes
I
us.
said our black men.
Our daddies. Our And that's nothing to do with us.
Okay, so then
my daddy was always.
We gonna make it to the point to where they know what the fuck we talking about.
Y'all daddy.
It is applicable to whoever it applies to. And that's that. So then, okay, I have a question then. Okay, so as a female who may or may not be searching for love and things, as a black male, again, because I'm only talking about things I can relate to, okay? Black. What is something that you require from you can give me two answers. You can give me a friend and you can give me a partner.
All right.
And this is we're gonna throw out our youth. We're talking grown people shit.
Right now.
We're talking about grown adult. This recession in this bullshit ass shit.
Right now, as a friend, dead ass, it's so crazy because if you haven't been a friend from a long time ago, I really don't know how to fucking deal with you because I don't know you for real. From then to now, to even know your personality as a person from how you used to be, to know if you even backsliding and being something else that you don't even want to be. Number one. Mm-hmm. But as a friend that I will call a friend now, exactly. As a friend that I will call a friend now, only thing that, because I ain't gonna say like I'm a superhero, but God gave me some shit. You feel me? And I'm gonna shout out to him.
I can dig it.
I got some shit in me that you damn near brutally honestly with me, G. You feel me? I need you to be 100% honest, not no envious honest, because I can decipher that. Mm-hmm. Not no hating ass honest shit. Mm-hmm. Just like on some brother, sis, or bro to bro type shit. Mm-hmm. Let me know what's going on with me. Because when I come and have conversations like that, like, bro, what you think I could be doing better as a brother, dad, husband, fiance, boyfriend, wherever the fuck the case may be, talk to me and let me know. Because if we can't have no a level like that, our friendship is out the window. Because everything else is based off of partying, based off of what I can do for you, or based off what you can do for me. And that's a relationship anyway. Correct. It's predicated off of a use. A relationship is use.
Okay, so then pause real quick. Forget the second part, the relationship aspect, because now you took me to a different
because I know.
So you're talking about foundation, right? For sure. So do you have a time period for friendship before it can potentially turn into a relationship?
Damn near same day. I ain't gonna lie. I can decide. Okay. I can pick it out. I'm like that for real. Like if I dead ass. If I'm around you, gang, and we not catching no vibe like that, it could be scenario where we at to where we can't vibe. I won't know until the next time we link up because I won't even try to pick it up where I left off at.
Right.
So I ain't gonna lie, I might miss out on a lot of friendships because I'm so foundational. I'm so. What? Go ahead.
I just said because
it could be.
I think to know from a friendship standpoint up front. We talked about it. You said religious, right?
I wasted.
My thing is that we have to be more spiritual than religious.
Absolutely.
Because the thing is, spiritually, you wouldn't know who links with you and who does not. Yep. On my first meet with a person, I can tell if we click or we don't.
He tell me if I click.
And I can tell
him
that's not your friend.
He tell me from the jump. He come around and be like,
spiritually knowing you.
And I can disregard everything you say. And 5 years down the line or 2 months down the line, it's right there.
It's really going to do this. Yeah. And I've watched my siblings. Many of them go through the same thing. I don't pick new friends.
You don't.
There is no new friends that's coming in new unless I done check you spiritually.
No, because energy doesn't lie.
It doesn't.
Energy does not lie. And this is why I appreciate being a millennial, right? Because we get to talk about these things. Yep. We get to actually explore it without it feeling like we're being condemned for thinking about anything other than what we were taught religiously. And like I said, I can only relate because I grew up that way. My parents I was straight Pentecostal. My Church of God in Christ. And my father was the state minister of music for New Mexico. My mother was the state Sunday school field representative for Kojic. And so, we're talking about there's only one day where I'm not at church.
That's it. Well, you have to open. So I grew up in the house where we opened up the church and we closed the church. We were the first one there before anybody got there. The last one there. And we put the church. First of all, the musicians, the singers, the ushers, the choir directors. We said everybody that. This is what we do. I've been all that. So I understand religion. And the problem with religion is it teaches us what we can't do. It doesn't give us the principle of kingdom building, which teaches us what we can do, how we can live, how we can explain. Religion is the biggest slave master that we have ever seen.
And what they don't want us to talk about, which I don't fucking give a fuck about hitting on, is how they will enslave you.
How to make
throw it in your face to make you stand by something so much.
Can we talk about the book How to Make a Negro Christian?
What?
Let's talk about it.
I own that book. How to Make a Negro Christian. So it is an instruction guide as to how to properly train your Negro.
See, I'm a crazy type of
I'd have been a Nat Turner type of nigga.
See, we had these conversations with our dad, too, though. Look, what's crazy is my grandma was a slave. We going to talk about this. Josh, how we grow up? Granny was a slave? Josh?
Granny was. She picked cotton.
Pick chitin. No, chitin.
Chitin. It wasn't cotton, it was chitin. Now they call it chitin. So she picked chitin.
She picked chitin.
And slid to Mississippi. And so we understanding how they taught them, how they trained them, how they manipulated them, how they brainwashed them, and then controlled their mind by actions. The same way the church did. So we don't know what's instead of camera on me. You really don't know who God is because you never saw it for yourself. You only learned about religion by what your mama, daddy, auntie, granddaddy, and grandma taught you. You didn't seek him for yourself. The Lord didn't tell you that the pastor did. And what the pastor said was law. When the pastor stopped talking, you stopped believing. When you join the church, they say, follow me as I follow Christ. And when I stop following Christ, stop following me. But then where do we follow Christ at? Because if you ever stop following God, then where is the God that we're supposed to follow? Who we serve?
Listen, last time I checked, Christ wasn't the pastor.
He wasn't.
Hell no. I mean,
Christ wasn't the vacuum.
He wasn't.
My dog said, hell no.
He wasn't the chicken dinners in between the anniversary services.
So that shit's good, bro.
This shit's so for real.
Like it's so. My parents. I grew up in one church until I was like 10 or 11, and then some political bullshit caused us to leave the church.
What you say? Political bullshit. That's the word.
Right.
Caused us to leave that church and we moved to another one. We're talking about a completely different denomination where I'm used to my skirt touching my toenail. And now I might have been. And don't let me forget the skirt that got to go underneath it. The slit.
Damn slip.
The slip.
We need to go back to that because some of y'all girls.
And then Walmart shoes.
Loose.
All right?
Loose.
That part.
Y'all need a slip under some of them dresses.
Now I'm at a Baptist church where their skirts are touching their coochie line.
Or a slip that came all the way up there.
Lost. Like, ma'am.
Look at
do you know
in church? Look at thick as hell in church.
But it's
musician over here.
That's the stages, right?
It's my time. I'm pushing.
Oh, no, you telling the truth, bro. It be putting something on.
Listen, have a one-track mind, and it's because
oh shoot, sorry guys.
We get to a point where everything is somebody else's fault, right? Oh my God, I'm still on food stamps, and it's because my great granddaddy was a slave.
No, I never did.
What? Well, let me tell you what your great great granddaddy is doing that you're not doing, and he got the fuck up.
Right.
So this is why we talked about this earlier. What's one thing that you cannot, that is a requirement when you date somebody, and you cannot be a lazy motherfucker. You cannot. There are too many opportunities, and because we're in an age where you can either sell feet pics or you can go work for corporate America. Either way, you're climbing a ladder. You just got to choose which soul you gonna sell.
Fellas, take the ladder, not the forward.
I mean, shit. These dogs could be sold too.
My nigga said these dogs.
These dogs. Hey, shit. Everything he said.
Nice with it.
Maybe even you, D. Hell
no! This ain't no magic mic.
I might
Wendy built none of that shit. No, sir.
OnlyFans.
No, sir.
Or corporate.
I'm doing this.
Or corporate.
I ain't
And let's just be honest. You can't do both.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of corporate America people. That's why OnlyFans. We ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
But
So let me ask you guys this then.
Yep.
With those who have children, do you guys raise your children exactly how you were raised, or at what point did you change your mind? Now hold on, before y'all answer, I'm gonna tell mine. So I do not. My children don't even know what a church house looks like half the time.
Ha! God damn, that's crazy.
We tried it, right? My son, the last time my son was in a church was when he was dedicated. And he was 6 months old.
Awesome.
He is 6 years old right now.
Shout out to that church.
And here's the reason why. I had to protect my children from the church. My son is high-functioning autistic, right? So he's 6, but he has the mind of a 10-year-old. Okay? I had to protect him because the church was like, you just need to pray it away. We need to pray it off of him. Pray. What am I praying off of him?
Pray it off of him.
The last time I checked, God gave him that superpower.
Talk about it. And can take it away and make him normal like
and
everybody
can
else.
take him away. And can take it away.
No cap.
So I refused to raise my children in that setting because it didn't allow for me to make those kind of decisions until it was almost too late.
For sure. And me, can I go real quick?
I think I'm older.
You is older, but let me just do this right now.
He said, so I'm going to go.
Damn,
So
fuck that.
I'm going to go.
If you go first, be my amen corner.
You know I got you.
You said
All right, let's do it. Come on, let's do it.
For me, it was, I didn't mind doing the same thing because when I got, the church taught us one
We
way,
finna say the same shit.
but when I got home, my parents taught us
The real.
Yes,
The
sir.
real.
And so,
Yes,
that's
sir.
why I
Mine
love
too.
my parents.
Mine too.
They taught us the real.
But that
Mine
is
too.
something I love.
Me and my daddy told me. My daddy told me. You pick up that Bible yourself
No
and you
matter
see.
what they tell you,
You gonna
it's
pick
your
up the Bible
job to seek God
Yourself.
yourself.
He calls us every day and tell us that.
For
Every day.
yourself. I don't care what they tell you. I don't care how they hoop.
I don't care how you live it.
I don't care how you live it.
You better
got
grab
to
that
know
Bible
God
and know
for
Him.
yourself. So then my grandmama picked that up and said, she said, baby, you search your own soul salvation.
Right, fear and
With
trembling,
fear
Doc.
and trembling
Fear and trembling.
before the Lord. It's up to you
I just said
what
that.
makes you saved and not saved.
I just
It's
said
up
that.
to you what makes you righteous and not righteous. That's between you
And
and
God.
God.
'Cause He
Not
gonna
what
give
they
it to
telling you. Because well, watch this. God can condemn
He gonna
you
put a punishment
and
on you.
tell you not to do something, but your sin
Ain't my sin.
My sin,
So you can't
exactly.
tell me don't go out to the club and party because he told you to do it. He told you.
He
Shut
told
your
you.
face.
Right.
Don't you go. I'm going to go club on Saturday and on Sunday. Hallelujah.
Facts.
To the sanctuary.
Facts.
That's what we do.
Facts.
For
Oh,
sure.
I'll take
But me,
But
for sure.
yeah, that's
Look, the way I was raised, I'm gonna tell you, ain't did shit but made me who I am right now. So I don't run away from how I was raised.
Correct.
And especially with the time right now, as a dad with kids, I got kids. I got a 7-year-old, a 6-year-old, 11-year-old, and a 3-year-old that's gonna be 4. Listen to what I'm telling you. I'm not running from principle of what I was taught. I teach the principle of what I was taught.
Sure.
He don't have to go through the same shit I went through, though. This principle. this basic knowledge that you're gonna know as a fucking boy going into be a man, bro. You're gonna know this basic knowledge. That's principle. That's the only thing principle is shit that you know you should go by. That's it. As far as everything else, I don't mind him going to church or mind him doing that. He got to want that for himself. Because we don't teach. Exactly. I don't teach church. We teach building the kingdom.
Yep.
I build the kingdom every month, God.
Every single fucking day.
You hear me? And I thank God. He give me all these talents. I use these talents that he gave me every day. I don't got to do it for that. I sacrifice. I give my 10% of my tithes with my talent for this.
Sir.
Well, and then think about this too. Who is following Jesus? It wasn't the missionary.
Church hated him, actually.
It was the thief.
Man, look. And what's crazy about that?
The church hated Jesus' guts. The church hated Jesus' guts.
No. The church didn't hate Jesus. Watch this. Because the church wasn't the building.
He was outside doing work.
Yep. Sure
the whole time.
Sure was.
You know how I feel now. The church wasn't the building.
Yep.
The church was the people.
The people.
Outside of the temple.
Yep.
The temple was the church. Where people congregated. Watch this. What are we doing right now?
Congregating. This is the church,
2 or 3 gather.
Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Lord?
Come on.
And the Holy Ghost was in you. You are the church, not the building you go to.
Oh my God.
You know who you are.
Oh my God.
You can operate out of the place of what you know.
But that's too much. That's too much. That's going to stop the government money right there.
Yes, sir.
That's going to stop them funding these churches right there.
Now.
That's going to stop the black people going to these churches right there. That's going to stop these students from being built right there.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you.
Real quick.
I'm going to tell you facts.
I got it. Okay.
That's going to stop that though.
The churches and the government. I got something. Hold on.
Real quick. Talk about politics.
Real quick. This is what I meant.
This
is what I meant. When I said, I'm talking about the church at that time, the priests, the men of that time that were, no. But I'm saying, those were the people that were involved. Those were the people that was reading from the scroll.
I think the problem is people don't know how to read the Bible.
That's what I meant. So the church after Jesus and the church when Jesus became the church that he created is of course the church that we're talking about now. But what I meant
follow the laws of Caesar.
Before,
do y'all know how much government is?
What I'm saying is the one before, you know.
Well, the reality is that the church.
Of course, that's on me. What do you mean, brother?
Before Jesus was the church as Jesus, and it's the same church after Jesus. Jesus was dealing with the people outside the temple. He only went in the temple 3 times, and each time he went in, he destroyed.
But where did his first betrayal come from? Inside the temple.
It came from inside the government. So you have to deal with where it comes from. Because
I know that's you're right.
You deal with politics.
You deal with
It's intertwined.
It's government. Religion is government. It's the slave master at its best to keep people in a certain mindset.
One in the same. One in the same.
Check this. I'm about to tell you something. So this is another reason why, because I'm like low key like a conspiracy theorist, right? And call it what you will, right? Whatever. But I read a lot, right? Like I got the Book of Enoch I'm reading right now. How about that?
That's good, bro.
But we'll get to that another time. So there is this movie out called The Burial. Okay. Now my 9 to 5, I'm a funeral arranger, so I deal with the deceased. I plan funerals, I dress bodies, cosmetize them, all of the things.
She ain't last
time.
That is involved in that.
She ain't lying.
But it's where I'm supposed to be. That is what I was gifted and created to do. That fucking puzzle piece fit like a motherfucker. I was confused. Like, but I walked into that interview, you know? So, but out of my experience. So, this movie is specifically talking about the relationship between the funeral industry becoming corporate and a little funeral home who is just wanting to do what he was raised to do, and that was to care for the families during their most difficult time, right? But corporate sees the bottom line. Now, I'm going through a similar experience. I'm with a funeral home that was bought out by a white corporation.
See what I'm saying?
Said it.
Politics.
And they do not care about the people who are on the ground. Right?
Yep.
So in the burial, the funeral home, this corporation had an agreement with this small owned funeral home somewhere in the South, and the corporation didn't live up to the agreement that the funeral home and the corporation had. So now the funeral home had to go after the corporation. It ended up coming out that this corporation had an agreement with the National Baptist Church. And this was based on a true story. And we're talking about one of the biggest churches in the country.
I'm surprised the church not on the goddamn jail right now.
Got into bed. Oh, they changed their name.
See what I'm saying?
They changed their whole name.
That is a fact.
See what I'm saying?
Because they do.
This how much politics it is, though. This how much politics it is.
Exactly.
I will just say this, and I don't often say I would get into dialogue with other people like this, but I would definitely get into dialogue with you. Anyway. You have a mind that's ever evolving, even in the middle of a conversation. Mm-hmm. I can see your wheels just like turn on, where you can try to go to where you need to go, and that's a great thing because you can help a lot of young women that needs to navigate through these terrible times of life. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so don't stop doing what you're doing, but also continue to help because, you may be in a good field for helping people in grief, but you need to help people in life too.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
That's good, bro.
I received that. Thank you.
Hey, Shorty Cole, gang. I ain't gonna lie to you. Look, I've never had no woman to pull up with a mindset of been through.
Yeah.
I've been broken.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dealing with broken.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
To where you beating a dead horse when you trying to tell them the real.
No cap.
And y'all be thinking like, why man don't ever because y'all are broken. We can't even tell you real. If we tell you the real, you think we trying to shit on you.
Right.
Step on you. We ain't trying to step on you. We trying to give you the one up. We trying to give you the game, bro.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Yes,
and
sir.
we had these conversations, and I'm so grateful to be able to have these type of conversations every day of my life. Like I grew up in a family where these conversations is had all the time.
Yeah.
She know, my fiance know this for sure.
Yeah.
I get a phone call at 2:00 in the morning. I be on the phone with my peoples until 7, 8 o'clock a.m.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? We talk like this.
Yeah.
And this is lucrative. Really.
Yeah.
It really is. Like
that don't cost no money. These conversations are lucrative to your life.
Yes, sir.
These are the best transactional conversations that you can ever have.
Yes, sir.
and this thus creates reciprocal relationships and revolving door relationships.
To where you can receive information.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
But Wavie,
Go ahead. Hey, yo.
shout out to my boy Dion holding this motherfucking goddamn down.
I appreciate you, big dog. Hey, it's the Valley Fever podcast. We out tonight.
Yeah.
Big
we
Wavie D.
leaving on that note?
Yeah, man. We gotta get on up out of here, man. We gotta get going.
Hey,
Niecy, Josh in the building.
Wavie got a part 2 coming. I ain't gonna lie.
Part 2
We
coming.
doing this again. We gotta do this again.
Part 2
Yeah,
coming.
for sure.
We'll be back, yo. We'll be back. Yo, we out.
Cheers.
No.